Hi. Today we're going to be focusing on nonfiction books. And as you probably already know, nonfiction books are books that have information in them. True, real facts. And here are a couple of examples of nonfiction books that are in our library. Here's one on black holes. True book. Here's one on the life cycle of a butterfly. And here's another nonfiction book about Canadian Aboriginal art and culture, about the Haida. These books all have information that we can use or discover. We are going to be focusing on the next few lessons about nonfiction text features. And those are features in a book, a nonfiction book, that the author's chosen to put in to help us understand what he or she is teaching us about. So watch this YouTube video for a few examples of nonfiction text features.
Let's talk about nonfiction text features. Text features are the things found in nonfiction materials that help you make sense of what you're reading. These text features can also help you decide which pieces of information are the most helpful to you. Titles are usually located at the top of the page or front cover. They tell you what the book, article, or chapter is called. Some books and articles have subtitles. The subtitle gives more information about the title. The beginning of a nonfiction book or article often has a table of contents. The table of contents tells you on what page each chapter or section begins. Nonfiction materials use lots of tools to share information. Charts, graphs, and tables organize data and statistics to make it easier to read. Photographs and illustrations often have captions underneath them. Captions give more information about the picture. A diagram is a simple drawing that shows the parts of something or how it works. Diagrams have labels that tell you what each part is called. Some nonfiction materials have maps. A map shows where something is located. A timeline shows the order of when things happened. Timelines are often used with historical events. Nonfiction materials often use bold and italic letters to draw attention to important words. Bold words are made with dark, heavy lines. Words in italics are slanted. Sometimes the bold and italic words can be found in the glossary at the end of the book. The glossary is like a mini dictionary that gives definitions of the keywords found in the book. The index is usually the very last page of the book or article. It tells you on what pages you can find important information or keywords. Words in the index are listed in alphabetical order. Nonfiction text features are the things found in nonfiction materials that help you make sense of what you read. Let's look at the text features we've learned so far. Title, subtitle, table of contents, chart, graph, table, captions, diagram, labels, map, timeline, bold, italic, glossary, index. Thanks for listening.
So that was a great animated video about different text features. Now I thought maybe we could practice a few text features as well, just a couple of those that she had mentioned. So what I want you to do is, in a moment, I want you to pause this video and go find a piece of paper and something to draw with and maybe a pencil, and come back here, and we're going to have the pigeon help us learn about a few text features. So first of all, we are going to draw the pigeon in as much as we can, and we're going to be trying to be kind of a directed drawing here. So we're going to start with a circle for the pigeon's head, or more like an egg shape, isn't it? Then we're going to add another big circle for his eye, and then another circle inside that we're going to color in for his pupil. There we go. Now we're going to add a beak, which is kind of like an almond shape, I think, maybe like that. That's how Mo Willems draws it. And then he's got a little lower beak like that. We're going to draw a long neck. And then we're going to add his body, and it's kind of like a big U. And then we join it up at the top. Kind of a big U with a lid. And then we are going to put his wing, which is another U with a little flap. We're going to add some legs. Oh, and I'm going to put 3 toes on the bottom that you might not be able to see on my page. There we go. And then we're going to put another leg with 3 toes. There we go. So there's our pigeon. And one text feature we're going to work on, we're going to add to this, is the title. And we're going to call it Pigeon Learns About Text Features. That's going to be our title, and that is a text feature. Excellent. There we go. The next thing we're going to do to our diagram is we're going to add some labels. And we're going to add 3 different labels. And labels help the reader, it gives them special information. So we're going to label the eye. So we put an arrow, and we can put big eye. That's one label. Oh, I forgot to add his cool little necktie. Maybe we'll put another arrow, and we're going to label that. We're going to say neck stripe. Neck stripe. Then we're going to add another label down here. 3 toes, do we call them? Or should we put, I'm going to put claws. Do pigeons have claws or toes? I'm not sure. So we've already got a title. We have got labels. We have a diagram. And I think we're going to add a caption. And a caption goes at the bottom of a diagram or a photograph, and it gives some information about the picture. And we're going to say, the pigeon often wants to do things he's not allowed to do. Can you see the whole thing? There we go. There's a caption, and a caption often goes at the bottom, but it doesn't have to. We could also add a speech bubble. What do you think the pigeon might say? Well, since it's my drawing, I'm going to put him, let's see if you can read this. Reading is so cool. And one other text feature we could add today is something that I call keywords, which in the video they mentioned bold words. Some words are bold, and that just means the author really wants you to take notice that those are really important words. And so today's bold word, we can make it to be, let's see, which one should we do? Let's just make it I. So we can make it super bold. Maybe we could even do it in a different color. If I had a different felt pen, we could do it in a different color. But now, there it is. Now that word is in bold, and it really stands out for the reader. those are just a couple of text features for this part. Stay tuned for part 2 of nonfiction text features.